Yeah.
Jim, I love your background too.
Thank you. It's all about, in this case, it is wealth and prosperity. And I agree with you. When I saw that other live, I was talking about where your focus is where you go. And just like Brett said, it's different for everyone. I totally got in this business only on the recommendation of a friend. I tried it. I lost some weight. That inspired me. And then I found out the integrity of the people involved were all about not just weight loss, but health and wellness. And through that, now have discovered that, oh my goodness, there's a way you can actually make money with this and do it from the comfort of your home. Well, I'm blown away, particularly in today's economy and what's going on with political.
So can I be rude? Can I be rude? And I'm going to jump on Don's lead here and get Brett to get started so we can go, because we're like 1 minute past 11. Is that okay?
You know what, Jackie? I already started recording, and thanks everybody for listening in.
So you were rude to Jim then.
Oh
Jackie.
yeah, and we have that on film.
Hey, and that's okay. You know what? That's just the nice thing about running a home-based business. You know, Jackie is at a hospital right now, and I love the fact that we can share this message to anybody, because you virtually can do this online business from wherever you are in the world. And I think we were alluding to a lot of people take different perspectives in whether they want to join a network marketing business, because there's lots of pluses. There's lots of key elements that you might be driven towards. There's health, there's money, there's time freedom, there's personal development. There is many things, and you'll find that along your journey, me and my wife have been on this journey for now 5 years. 5 years this August, and you know, I'm excited to say that when I first started, I was money driven, and you know, coming from a history of, you know, just traditional business, you know, having multiple you know, employees, huge overhead, and you know, the bad thing is and I don't share this with you. It's tough for me to share this, but I had to claim personal bankruptcy back in 2010. The only reason why I share that with you is because anybody can succeed here with network marketing. It's just a matter of doing it. It's just a matter of coming in, and it's not a matter of just giving it a try, just giving it a kick in the tires, so to speak. This is, if you are focused, if you're driven, there's anything that you want here. There's time freedom, which I personally am enjoying right now. I work full time at this, sharing these incredible products worldwide, and able to stay home with my beautiful family, doing the things that I love to do. And what better thing to do than do that? I'm not money driven, I'm time driven. And I've got all the time in the world to be able to do this. Sorry, I didn't shave and I didn't get cleaned up for this message, but I just wanted to show you that anybody can do this at any time of the day, no problem.
Well, I think you're working on your beard to go up to what John's is in the truck over there. Right, Johnny? I mean, at some point, Brett's will have that beard like yours. Max is a little smaller. Jim's a little smaller, but got some work to get to yours, John, I'd say.
It takes some time. It takes some time.
Well, you know, it's like that
Good
with
evening,
everything
folks.
we do.
How are we doing?
We're doing wonderful. Nice to
John.
see you on live. And we like your backdrop too. That fake truck behind you is kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? I wish it was fake some days, let me tell you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet you do. Well, listen, you know, I mean, as Brett was saying, you know, we wanted to chat tonight a little bit about personal health, is, you know, and kind of taking matters into your own hand. That was kind of the impression of tonight's chat, was to talk about taking matters in your own hands and how you can lead with health, as Jackie wants to touch on, or you can lead with wealth, which many groups do, where they look at the power of our compensation plan and how it can reward people quickly if they buy builder packs and have others do that to get legacy qualified. We'll touch on that. And then there's the time side of this. So the real message in the network marketing industry is to find a company that can help you with time, wealth, and health, right? Because you got to get your freedom in some capacity. It could be just getting off the couch. could be the freedom you're looking for because you haven't been able to be active. And maybe, as Jackie will get into a few of our products, that ability of that product to give you some mobility could get you going. And that might be all you need for a benefit in being involved here. But I just want to say, I think one of the things that mostly attracts me is the friendships, the ability to have global mentorship from so many, relationships with so many, be it natural by seeing them in person at events or on these Zooms, where you just seem to feel like you know them so well. And for many of us, we've never met. Like Max, I've seen a number of times on screen, but I've never met him in person. But I'm kind of getting an idea who he is. And I think, when we do meet, we'll feel like a natural friendship because we'll have a trust factor of sharing things. And I think that's the power of this industry. The industry gives you a chance to do something that we were not brought up to do in school. We weren't brought up in school to think globally. We were brought up in school to think locally, and whatever that meant to you, whatever job setting that was, if it was becoming a millwright or a plumber or an accountant or a teacher or a carpenter or whatever, you did that job. That was your role. And it was a local role providing a service. But today, what we're seeing in the international expansion of product distribution, we all have a chance to share products, and especially really good products globally through the new method of distribution and sharing that socially on social media. And that's what excites me. I came from a background, as Brett shared his 2010 bankruptcy. My background was millions of dollars of earnings through sharing products in a shopping channel setting, on an internet setting, on a home infomercial setting. And many of those methods that I used back 15 years ago would not work today. That industry is totally changed. Many of the retail environment stores today are going away. Many of the commercial spaces that you have in your cities, wherever you live, are becoming empty and very difficult for commercial real estate agents to find a tenant for. And much of that is because we've been learning more and more to work from home. I just, clued into a simple little thing on a radio channel I was listening to, and somebody who I listen to regularly, I did not know that he's still at home. It's his home studio. He's doing his radio show from his home studio. My gut says he'll probably never go back to the studio. And what's that going to do to that real estate? I know Andrea, Brett's lovely wife, was with us this weekend. And while she was there, Brett, I'm not letting anything out as a secret. I'm just saying, her boss called her and said to her, would you be okay to work from home on a regular basis? To me, I'm listening to that and I'm seeing it. And then the red light goes on and the flag goes on about the radio announcer. And once again, it leads me to believe we're in the right space at the right time. It's a matter of finding the right company. So a company that has 20 plus products, a company that's 6 years old and debt free, a company that's led by a distributor's owner that just yesterday purchased a house in the city where the corporate office is so that he can commit to be at that corporate office more than he's been at during his back and forth from a 7-hour drive from his other home. That's a commitment. That's what I'm hitching my wagon to. I look at the vision, that where we started, where we are today, and I look at where we're going, and then I get my head around the fact that what I started with 5 years ago is completely different than what the new person's starting with today. It's a matter of me getting reignited, re-excited about what I'm able to take to market today, and that's part of what these little Zooms are about, is sharing, a group of people that have been on the same platform, potentially some of us, like Brett and I, for 6 years together, and why we're here and focused on the future, even when people jump off the bus. Well, it's because there's a seat willing to be filled by somebody that we get excited with the new technology and go out and get. That's the way I look at it. So I'm not worried as much about, a revolving door of people. I'm more worried about what am I doing to get my new bum in the seat? What am I doing to move myself forward? What am I doing to put the people in those canoes that are behind me? Where is this journey going to take me and the people that I want involved with me? And do I get to choose who I want involved with me? And the answer is yes. So Jackie, why don't you touch on the take matters into your health wise yourself part of our conversation, and then we'll open it up a little bit to some others that might want to add something to this. But you approached me many times about testimonials and people coming on and talking about product benefits. But I think you're a perfect person to share your thoughts around this term about letting. I'll let you go into it. So you talk about an expression. Hang on, I'm just going to mute one person. I'm not sure. Right.
I've just become a little busy in my corner here, rehab.
There's just one. There's one. Maybe that's not muted. But go ahead, Jackie. Share your thoughts around this concept. I've always said, good health costs money, bad health costs more. But you take it to another level with the way you would describe that. So go ahead and take it from there.
Yeah, thanks, Don, and thanks, Brett, too. Look, my journey has been, hospital has been a second home for me, and that's been fact. From the day I was born, 2 hours old, I was having an operation. Spent the first 2 years in hospital, and I've been in and out of hospital all of my life. Until, these little beauties come along, Emulin, and it literally changed my life because I was diagnosed to be in a wheelchair by the time I was 51. So here I am, 54, about to turn 55, and life is pretty sweet as far as I'm concerned. But as I'm here in the hospital now with my father, who was critical a few days ago, we thought we were going to lose him. I purposely placed myself in a corner here because I look around through here, and these are physical aids that scare the shit out of me. And I'm going to say that word because I look at this and I think, I ask people, all of these things that are here, all rehabilitation aids, that as we age, that's what we're confronted with as we grow older. So how much do you really believe it's worth investing money into health? Well, for me, there isn't any price on good health. I looked at Kerry Packer years ago before he died. He said, with all the money under the sun that I've got, I cannot buy good health. But what we do have with an array of products that we've got, and this is another little great one that I've got, the Max Spray, like I just love it. They come with me everywhere, is the fact that it's about prevention. I have 8 critical conditions that I am managing, and I'm managing those by the assistance and support by the products that I take. And it's not just Emulin, it's 24/7. It's the Max Spray, it's the More Detox, it's the Prevail Immune, it's the Prevail Trim, it's the Vetox P. It's an array of things that I see as an investment in what I'm doing in my house, in my body. So I'm not going to be in there because that to me is worth so much money, and I am so passionate about wanting people to understand that the power of good health is in your hands, and we've got a phenomenal products to be able to do that. Yes, they cost money. When you start to feel better like I am, well, then you can actually go out and share it with people and share possibility that having health doesn't have to come from a scripted drug where, not making any medical claims, but it changes how the body processes things. But we've got natural products that is processed through the second brain, through the gut. So you become a lot healthier once it unravels at a cellular level. And then all of a sudden, yes, you are still, managing and navigating through every day like we all do. But I can tell you, I didn't look like this health-wise 3 years ago. I was either in hospital or at home, and that was fact. It was one or the other. My life looked pretty dim and pretty shitty. So I look at this as an opportunity of investing time in your health before your health invests all of your time is probably one of the key factors, because if you don't, that's going to be the next step. And I really don't want to go there. So yes, I want to make money out of this. And I think with Dave and Joyce, the way that they've set it up and they've geared it up, it's very easy to do that. You have to stay plugged in. And if I can say anything to all of you, is to keep on inviting people in, or if they're too scared or can't get onto these, ask them, just listen to this for us. Today was a great call. Encourage them to listen to it, because if we can't get people plugged in, then you can't keep the excitement and the momentum going and the reason why, and get them to anchor why they started to begin with. And visions like that, for me, it really make me understand why I'm here. I want to make a difference in people's lives. I do want to make a difference in my income, but I also want to share the ability for others to make an income as well, to change so they've got freedom of choice, so that they can afford to be sick if they get down that pathway. But more importantly, we can help them to feel better, to be able to navigate through what they have got, to be able to then go out and enjoy life and tick off the bucket list. And that's really where I'm at, because I really want to make sure people understand we have is a gift, and I will, people understood the importance of health, because until, like Don and Nancy had their bike accident, it really probably was, we're living life, we're having a ball. All of a sudden they're confronted with life-changing events, and it's not usually until something really gets you back against the wall and you're fighting that people will stand up and take notice of their health. It's not a dress rehearsal. So I'm going to get off my soapbox, but that's how I feel about it, because I hope people watch this and they realize that investing in these products makes a huge difference to your health. Otherwise, that's what you're looking at. And I don't want to be sitting on a commode over the top of a toilet, I can tell you. So I'd rather be out there dancing on top of the table.
Well, you know what? Often visual is the way to go. I mean, we have different senses, right? It's the touch, it's the visual, it's the sense of hearing. And often when you get started in this type of industry, you have to learn how to be able to express your feelings in all the different ways that you can express them, in written or in visual or in your tonality. And so the visual of those chairs really does stand out, even though some people in those chairs have a great lifestyle. They enjoy what they have. They're absolutely motivated, and their reward is to be able to speak again. Their reward might be to be able to laugh again and to speak again. And for them, having natural ability to move forward in these products could be all they need, not necessarily getting out of the chair or into the chair. It's just having the freedom of whatever that means to them. And the other visual that we used last week was this globe, and just how amazing this globe and this world is that we have in front of us, and how we all have a chance to touch, so many around this world for the first time in our lives without really having to spend a lot of money to do it. I mean, $20 one time start, and point, click and share around the world. So, when you look at the opportunity and you start realizing that, as Brett said, for him, the time to be able to do what he does, if you had a chance to see My Little Red Boat launch on the weekend and the live I did with Brett's daughter, I mean, her message was pretty clear. I look at it as a positive. I had mom and dad home more often. Dad's been doing more things around the house. She's finding the positive in what's happened with her missing her school year. And we all got to do that when we move forward in everything we do. We've got a great opportunity in Valentis to go out and attract the people that are looking for opportunities more today than they were 6 months, a year ago, 2 years ago. But remember this globe. Somebody knows somebody on the other side of this world. And, fortunately for all of us, we have a great friend in you, Jackie, who is in the AM right now in Australia, watching in the hospital, talking to us, right? And for many of us on this call, we're in the late PM. And so the globe is absolutely connected on this screen, in thousands and thousands of miles away. But what we all have in common is to find time, freedom, some form of health naturally, and the ability to get a reward for sharing what we believe in, which is good health costs money, bad health costs more. And what do you need to get from this company? Are you looking for something in the way of good wealth and health? Or are you looking for just a relationship of people that are positive to pick you up and move you along? Are you surrounded with people that are negative every day of your life? What if I could give you a group of friends that could help you move along positively? That might be, as Brett said, all you're looking for. But, maybe it's all about the money. And if it's all about the money, hey, this compensation plan can reward you. So let me just touch on that. For those of you that come on here and watch this recording, it's a bit of an opportunity to share here and a bit of a message to understand where three people from different parts of the world we're coming from. Our company rewards you in 7 different ways, but generally all you have to understand is there's 2 ways you make money. Next Friday, you can make either a fast start or coded bonus. We call that immediate income. I don't know a lot of companies that allow you to make immediate income without having to jump through a whole lot of hoops. Valentis says, buy your product, point, click, and share. If somebody buys anything from you, we'll deliver it to them. You don't even have to deliver it to them. And we'll pay you what's called a fast start or a legacy code as you advance through our plan. That's immediate income. The residual income is the second part of our 7 ways we make money. and you can look at a video, and whoever invited you to look at this after, ask them to share with you the 13-minute video on our compensation plan by John Aremza. It's very good. They can do it from an app, right from their phone. This phone right here is entirely your business. All you do is find the app and send it to your contact, and they can look at the information. And the beautiful part is you get notified when they look at it. Now we've added something called a lock your spot system, which is going to allow us to get notified when the people actually take a look at it, and they can lock themselves in. And as we bring in more leads to our company, because we were creating a funnel of activity, which you're going to learn more and more about over the next couple of weeks, the traffic from new people looking for an opportunity with Valentis is going to grow more and more. There's a few key people that are already aware of this system. And there's a few people that are trying it out in the short term. And then globally, it's going to be offered to the entire field. But here's the best part about our compensation plan. Each and every one of us only have 2 teams. And so you may be on my left team, or you may be on my right team, or somebody else's left or right team. And they can only go one way with the leads they generate, left or right. So you're going to benefit from it. And that's the power of a dual team structure. Our compensation plan then rewards the leadership to help you grow. So we're rewarded with which is called a matching bonus. You get paid a percentage of whatever your team member that you're helping earn and learn with earns. I've never seen a plan like that. So our compensation plan is connected from top to bottom. It's not the rich getting richer. It's the workers getting paid, and those helping you learn and earn together as a team in a culture of positivity, gaining all together at the same time. That's our plan. So ask more questions as we go further. I'd like to open up it to anybody else that would like to share their thoughts about what we have in time and wealth and natural health products right now. I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but Brenda, I saw you come on there. I know you're an ambassador of the company. If I don't mind unmuting you, I'm going to try put you on the spot here. I think I can. Ask to unmute. Ask to unmute. There you go. Brenda, how you doing, my friend? I haven't talked to you for a while.
Yeah, things have been kind of crazy at the hair salon.
Yeah, well, you're back at it, cutting hair, doing the things you're doing. But at the end of the day, the most recent challenges of the world, and we're not touching on that tonight, but gave you a chance to really look again at what your home-based business opportunity could do for you for the future. Do you want to just touch on that for your standpoint?
Yeah, I guess the biggest eye-opener, I mean, I was always aware, but sometimes we have to kind of get a slap across the forehead or to kind of get reawakened again and realize that sometimes our brick and mortar businesses, we think we're in charge of where they're going to go and the direction they're going to take and the employees that we're going to employ and all the rules and things that are governing our lives until something like this pandemic hits. And very quickly, a lot of us were on rugs that got pulled out from underneath us, and we took some big hits financially, which changed a lot of our lives in a lot of ways. For everybody, very different, so I won't go into those challenges.
Right.
But the biggest eye opener was, wow, the only thing that stayed steady for me was the one thing that I could control, which was this home-based business that continued to excel through all of this. It was something that I had control over, something I found myself enjoying more of because there wasn't the pressure of somebody else calling the ranks, telling me how many hours I had to work, how much money I could or could not make. And it was a real comfort, I guess, knowing that something that to some people is so unfamiliar, the home-based business and the network marketing like what we do, but having that backing and that steady source of income and steady support from like-minded, positive people like what Valentis offers, it was one of the very comforting things. I'm getting emotional because it was, like I said, a really big eye-opener for me. So I encourage anybody that's on the call that's looking at something like this to go back to whoever it is that brought you to this call and really take a good look at what this really does offer and the freedom that it does take. It might take a little bit of extra hauling at the beginning to get where you want to get there, but at least no one can pull that rug out from underneath you.
Bang on, Brenda. I think that's just so well said. I mean, you've been here for a while, like ourselves, and you know, hitting the diamond ranks back in a few years ago and maintaining some cash flow. It's a huge bonus. And you know, again, growing up in this business, we all know personal development is such a big part of it. And you've developed so much, just your own character and your own positivity and confidence through the roof. I believe Valentis helped you with that too. Brenda, would you agree, just as a last comment?
Well, oh, definitely. I mean, a lot of it comes from like the personal support, like yourself and Nancy, who always just said, you got this, we got your back. I have a lot of team members actually on this call as well that were always there for me, and I'm always there for them. But this whole wellness business and this whole network marketing area of it actually just brings out the best in people. It encourages you to work on yourself, to better yourself. Now that part of it is awesome, but I have to actually give a lot of credit to our products as well because of it balancing my gut flora and helping my adrenals be less stressed, helping me stay calm but still energized at the same time. That's a big bonus too. So it was really a win-win with this company. And nobody can take that away from us, because that's, you know, we have some superior products that others are out there aren't having the opportunity to have. And one of the ones I found out, Dawn, this week, and it was like one of those aha moments, like I always knew it, but I never went to it. We're forced in our industry right now. I'm a hair salon owner, if anybody out there does not know that. And I am in a position right now through Health in Canada, the rules and regulations, to put on a mask, which is putting extra carbon monoxide or dioxide back into my system, therefore lowering my oxygen levels, which is impacting my health. Thank goodness we have products that neutralize those free radicals, like our Emulin. And the big trigger for me was pull down that mask, do a couple hits of the Prevail Max so that I can put some extra oxygen right into the blood right then. What a difference that made. And it was funny how when you take away and put that mask on, you guys, which is everybody is encountering right now, remember, we've got some awesome products that can offset and neutralize a lot of the things that are going on out in the world right now.
Well, Brenda, that's an awesome testimonial and good reminder for all of us that the Max is a product that actually helps your blood flow by generating oxygen or actually injecting into your blood cells enough to separate them to get them flowing properly, which is similar to what you're describing. So thank you for that share. And again, as Brenda was sharing that, my thoughts were to the fact that she's not making any claim. She's not saying that these products cure, that they do anything other than, you know, in her case, you know, she noticed the difference, which is awesome, Brenda. Thanks for your testimonial.
Oh, you're welcome.
Boy, Dawn, as we wrap things up, you know, I just wanted to mention that because I remember Brenda being at her very first Valentis event, and you know what, the personal development, that's what I love so much. It's like you, Dawn. I love the friendships that we've gained, and Brenda's been a longtime friend, and we've done many business calls together, and I look forward to the future with you, my friend. You're a powerful lady, very powerful indeed. Thanks for your message. Thanks for sharing tonight. And you reach out and you find solutions in this pandemic and just in life in general. You just you strive to be better and help those around you. And thank you for that.
Yeah, and we'll sign off. Jackie, thanks for your comments. Brenda, Brett, thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll post this call if you'd like to share it or watch it after, by all means. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Take care.